A furious Jamie Carragher has torn Liverpool's short-lived resurgence to shreds and called out Virgil van Dijk following the Reds' disastrous 5-2 defeat at home by Real Madrid. Jurgen Klopp's side gave up a 2-goal lead in their Champions League round of 16 first leg on Tuesday, as Real scored 5 unanswered goals at a stunned Anfield to condemn Liverpool to another humiliating result this season. The loss came after 2 successive wins for the Reds, a confidence-boosting Merseyside derby victory over rivals Everton and a win which ended Newcastle's long-standing unbeaten record at home. But those Premier League wins didn't convince Carragher that his former team were back to their usual selves. After watching Carlo Ancelotti's men annihilate Liverpool through goals from Vinicius Jr., Karim Benzema and Eder Militao, the Reds legend ranted for more than 2 minutes about Klopp and co.'s failings on the night and during what's been a wretched 2022-23 campaign. It was nonsense, absolute nonsense that Liverpool were back after the last 2 games, a fuming Carragher began. And that's why I was cautious before the game. They played against an Everton team, one of the worst performances I've seen in a derby game from an Everton team who did nothing. I was at the Newcastle game as well. Newcastle had 10 men and created chances. If Newcastle had had 11 men all game, they'd have got back to 2-2, I'm convinced. Liverpool, right now and all season, as I've said before, have been an absolute shambles defensively. Now, this team had a great defensive record last season. But we know the midfield doesn't have the energy anymore. The attacking players, the front 3, don't press like or certainly don't have the cohesion that was there before with Roberto, Firmino and Sadio Mane, so they're new to it, Darwin, Nunez and Cody Gakpo. So, this Liverpool defense now, who for years we've been told have some of the best players in the world, can't cope because for years they've had a front 6 in front of them who probably worked harder and smarter than any other team in world football, and now that's gone. It's completely fell apart. I wouldn't say making excuses, it's the wrong word, but because as a Liverpool fan, we absolutely adore this manager and his team, and they've done so much for the club in the last 4 or 5 years, it hurts to say anything negative because they've give you so much. A furious